Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today's song is kind of a request from one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee with a little bit of a change. This song is from J Bones, not this song, but Rolling Stone, the band that we're doing. So thank you, J Bones, for suggesting and supporting us. He suggested some other Rolling Stone, but we kind of like changed gears a little bit, and my sister actually chose this song instead because she loves this song.
Yeah, I have to say that I think by now so many people knows that this is actually completely me because black is that's actually very ironic because exactly today I'm not wearing black. I'm wearing colorful. I'm wearing colors, but that's literally me, that I paint everything black and I love black and I always wear black. So this is a really relatable song for me. And but I'm very, very happy that we are doing this reaction to this song, because every time I know a song very well and I listen to it so much, I figured out after we did this channel, I figured out that I never listened like that deeply and actively to most of the songs, even that I hear a lot. And even if I pay attention to a song that I really love, I caught myself that I'm paying attention to the lyrics and I'm really thinking about the lyrics. I hear the music also and I really enjoy some of the really beautiful parts, but I never get to this character of thinking and analyzing what is happening there. Why is this why I get this feeling from this song? And then it happened a lot to me that when we listened again to some of the songs that we know on this channel, I realized so many new stuffs from the song, and I'm like, I didn't ever pay attention to that. So I'm very excited and curious to see what new things and new stuffs I can discover from this song that I actually listened a lot.
Yeah, cool. I also know this song probably not as well as you. I listened to it a few times. Like, I heard it again. Also, I'd never listened to it, but I heard it here and there. But I think I think there's just so many like layers and I don't know, so many things to discover from Rolling Stones songs. So I am so happy that we got the chance to actually listen with full attention. So here we go, and this is the lyric video.
Never to come back. I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. Like a newborn baby, it just happens every day. I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door, I must have it painted black. Maybe then I'll fade away. Green seagull turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning comes.
Let's just wait here. I know it's just there's no good place to pause, but I also wanted to listen to a few verses as we go, because I mean it's not a long song to begin with. I have to say, first of all, because you talked about how this is like the theme and then the words are so you, this is just so not me. Because I think it's the first time that I'm actually listening to the lyrics that well, and I was like, oh, okay, actually that is the opposite of me. But music wise, I mean, you know it, and then I'm sure like a lot of people know that they're using a sitar instead of a guitar in the beginning, and I love that about it. I love sitar a lot, but at the same time, even after hearing this song a few times, like every time that the sitar starts playing, I feel a little paradox, because then you're not expecting like a sitar and a rock song and Rolling Stones in one thing. I feel like there's just two different worlds, but somehow it just works. But at the same time, like sitar, and then very like Indian, like folk music, very beautiful, and then Rolling Stones, and then painted black. It just, I guess it's just a funny contrast that I still can't get past that, honestly. But I feel like it's just made a very, very like interesting soundscape.
Yeah, I have to say, in the beginning, that I was hearing this song, I wasn't paying attention to that, and as so many people, maybe I can imagine that they thought that the sitar is a guitar, uh, as I was thinking also that, and then I realized that it's actually a sitar, because it's so obvious, especially in the middle of the song, that you can really see it's not a guitar. But I wasn't really pay attention to that in the beginning. I have to say, first of all, I have so many things to say, and I discovered so many cool things, and I'm like, oh, how did I not pay attention in that 1,000 times that I listened to this song? First of all, I think the whole song is the conflict and the argument between East and West, uh, in and you can say it like East West, East West, like exactly like that. They are coming like one after each other. The parts that the singer is singing like with a more normal register is the eastern part, which you get to pay attention more to the sitar and Indian and like Eastern kind of color and vibe. And as the singer gets his voice a little in a higher register, you can feel, okay, it's now a Western music, even though you can still hear the sitar and the sitar is still playing, but you just automatically your attention goes more to the electric guitar and more to the drums and the Western style voice that he's singing. And then again it goes like it's the first part and the second part Western, then the first part comes that is Eastern, so it's like exactly like a puzzle. And it's like a conflict every time. And it's really interesting that they I don't know how, but they manage, because the balance also helps, that you hear literally the sitar more in the eastern part and then less in the western like vibe part. But it's also not that dramatic change of the volume and the balance. It's just you just get this vibe of I don't know how, but that's one thing that I just it was so interesting for me. And the other thing was that this continuous like ta 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 ta, ta like this drums part, or like this running part of the song that was like completely I mean repeating it in the whole song. It feels like a horse riding, like you know you're riding a horse. It all felt like you're on a horse, and you're like you're going somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, now that I didn't think about that, but yeah, now that you talk, yeah, makes sense now. One more thing, like you talked about the drum part and the rhythm. One more thing that is kind of like makes it feels like you're in a loop that never ends and you cannot get out of it because of all that. I was trying to find it. I don't think we have all the tones on a Western instrument. I'm not even sure it's a G. But then when it goes kind of like stepwise or semi-stepwise, I think that's the kind of the loop or the motif, and then it just keeps repeating and keeps repeating, and it doesn't even go like a step higher or like in the I don't think it changes the starting point of the note, which makes it like you're not moving forward at all, even though the rhythm is like so like kind of pushing you and creating that momentum, but it feels like you are kind of like running, but you're also stuck in your own mindset. So it creates like a loop that is kind of like also melancholic because of the, especially the sitar tones and the choice of the notes that they chose. And also the melody that like he sings is also kind of the same similar thing, that it's just like it's just, and then you go back and then you go back and just no way out. So that was also like interesting to me that they kind of like chose that to go with the lyrics. So here we go, the remix.
Love will laugh with me before the morning comes. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. I wanna see a lady, lady in black, black as night, black as gold. I wanna see the sun, blotted out from the sky. I wanna see a lady, 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 lady in black, yeah.
I could not think about the horse comment that you made. I could not hear that. I was like, oh yeah, that's like a horse. Yeah. So that's all I could just listen to in the second part.
Yeah, I have to say, do you remember that I told you I've heard this song 10,000 times?
Yeah.
Forget it. I've never heard this. I was just thinking the whole time how my brain ignored the fact that all these things that are, all these cool things that are happening in this song. I mean, okay, I don't know where to start. First of all, towards the end, like this, after we pause, a new kind of rhythm came. That's ta 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 ta. This is so Eastern, like this is also in Persian, really old Persian, like traditional music is like a kind of a famous rhythm. So many like composers that like mix Persian music to classical music or something. They use this rhythm actually. It's really in the Eastern culture, this rhythm. And also towards the very end, I could hear like a sound that was like whoop, whoop, like this, that I've never heard it until now, and I was asking myself, what is this? And also the part that he was vocalizing it, that no, 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 the same that the melody, but just with just the notes, and the way that he was singing it, it was so also so Eastern style of singing. Like it had, the whole song had so many Eastern elements, Eastern music elements, but you couldn't say that it's a Eastern kind of. It wasn't that obvious in your face. You could. I don't know how they did it. That with all these elements that you hear in Eastern music, but it's completely has a Western vibe to it, Western music vibe to it. It's so crazy that how they did it, and I'm so speechless by the genius way that they arranged and composed this song. I was really stopping myself from laughing. The part that they said that I see a red door and I want to make it painted black or something like that, because that's completely me. Because I just got a drawer from somewhere. Some part of it, like the drawers and stuff, was in a very beautiful like green. And I was like, oh, it's really cool. I really love the color. But as I brought it and put it in my room, I was like, but I kind of want to paint it black.
Yeah.
And I did.
You did? Oh my god.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
like now
exactly the parts. I mean, it's a wooden drawer, so the wood part is still there, but the parts that was green, they're now black.
Yeah, I honestly don't like black that much. But that's interesting. I know that he's talking about like also metaphoric thing, but it's so interesting that you find it so relatable. Like inside and out, I feel like that's definitely your song. But it was, I mean, having said that, I really enjoyed that song a lot. I am so fond of sitar, and I was thinking if I want to learn a new instrument, that would probably, sitar is like on top of my list. I mean, in the like far future, if I have like a lot of time to invest. Obviously, like any instrument requires like a huge commitment to learn, but I think it has like a little of, it's a little exotic, because I mean it's not really like they have like some modes, like Indian music is not the same as Persian music, so it's very interesting, but also at the same time it has a little bit of familiar sound, so I feel like it would be the perfect instrument to learn. It's kind of like also Indian food has the same vibe for me. Like it's kind of like similar to Persian food, but not at all when you eat it, but like looks similar. So it has the perfect balance of like being familiar and not familiar at the same time. So sitar kind of has that vibe for me, and I love like listening to it like just like endlessly. It's so beautiful, and I honestly did not like, that was such a cool, like again, like juxtaposition of this instrument with like this song and this band. So I think that's so unique. I don't know if it happened after that. I'm sure it did, or if it was the first time. But it was such a cool idea, and we really enjoyed it. That was very interesting.
Yeah. Can I just say something, because I was replaying this pattern, like ta 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 in my ear again, and I was like, every time I was like, it's so familiar. Where else have I heard it? And I just realized, if I tell you it, you are also going to be surprised. Do you know Bolero from Ravel? It's the whole.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. You hear this the whole time, and then some instruments that exactly also repeats the same melody with but different kind of instrumentation, and the whole time it's also one of the hardest pieces for exactly percussion, because the whole piece you have to be completely stable and just repeat this rhythm like ta 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 ta, ta like this the whole time. And that piece also has kind of the Western Eastern vibe to it, and it has the influence of the Eastern. I mean, Ravel also was has some pieces that got the influence from the Eastern music and combined it to classical music. But I was like, Ah, yeah, that's the same. That's so crazy and
Yeah.
interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that song, that piece by
Mm.
Bolero. But anyway, that was such a cool journey. We thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you, Jay Bones, for reminding us of Rolling Stones, and we hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Bye.
Bye.